Hey y'all, Independence Day or the 4th of July is almost here, and we've been talking about why we celebrate it. Today we start the exciting discussion of the Declaration of Independence and its preamble. Hey, Greg Niblock here, the Reset Button lawyer. You know me for helping people since 1988 hit the reset button on their bills and credit through bankruptcy, or hit the reset button on the insurance company to recover money for folks injured or, Lord forbid, killed in an accident, or on the government for Social Security disability or IRS tax resolution. Oh, Thomas Jefferson, he was the primary author of the Declaration, and he wrote a letter to a guy named Henry Lee on May 8, 1825, 50 years after the Declaration. Jefferson explained the Declaration's purpose was to make the case for the American colonies in plain terms and persuade the world to see common sense. It was intended to be an expression of the American mind, Jefferson explained. He goes on to claim that its authority rests on the harmonizing sentiments of the day. Jefferson finished writing the Declaration, and between the Committee of Five and the Second Continental Congress, there were 86 edits. The one that angered Jefferson the most was the clause that was deleted blaming the King of England for forcing the evil slave trade upon the American colonies. The final draft of the Declaration of Independence contained a preamble, a list of 27 grievances, a formal Declaration of Independence, and then there were 56 signers or signatures. So let's discuss the preamble. What I'll do is I'll recite each section of the preamble and then provide a short commentary. Here we go. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands with which connect them with one another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. In other words, this was a recognition of natural law, i.e. that God is the basis of all morality and the giver of rights and freedoms. This is a radical departure from the idea of a sovereign earthly king or government. Additionally, Congress believed they should explain why they must break from England. Going on, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In other words, Congress declared there were self-evident truths, and they were, number one, there is an absolute truth. Number two, there is a God and He exists. God created mankind. Mankind was all created equal. For this time frame, that was a radical statement because the concept of a monarchy with nobility and peasants determined by birth was the norm and was accepted. If you wonder how the issue of slavery factored in, I plan to do a video dealing with that difficult issue also. And then number five, mankind had certain unalienable rights. Number six, mankind's minimum unalienable rights were life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Going on. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. In other words, the purpose of government is to secure the rights of mankind through their consent. It's not that government is to be served. Okay, going on. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. In other words, government destructive to unalienable rights should be abolished. Going on. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that government long established should not be changed for light and transient causes. And accordingly, all experience has shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. In other words, government should not be abolished for minor reasons, and people tend to put up with evil instead of rocking the boat. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evidences a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, no, it is their duty to throw off such government and provide new guards for their future security. In other words, when things go too far, it's the people's right and duty to reject bad government. Such has been the patient suffering of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is the history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. In other words, America is at the point they have no choice but to separate from England and declare their independence. They then lay out 27 grievances as proof against the king. Now, our next video will discuss the major grievances of the American colonies that led them to declare their independence. Of course, we hope you enjoyed our Independence Day video and hope you check out our video tomorrow, Post 4, Declaration of Independence, the grievances against the British King and Parliament. Meanwhile, always know that at Niblock & Associates, we stand ready to help you with personal injury, bankruptcy, wrongful death, Social Security disability, and tax resolution. If we can ever be of assistance or help, just give us a call or visit our website. Also, if you enjoyed our post, share it out to your friends and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hey, and until our next video, hope y'all have a blessed day. See ya.